Welcome back. Most investors don't lose because they're not smart enough. They lose because their stomach quits before their strategy pays off. Here's your market in a minute for the week ending Friday, July 17th.
Market in a minute with David Caseley. Catch the bull by the horns. Fast market insights.
This week was a reminder that even strong bull markets do not move in a straight line. After hitting fresh highs, investors took a more cautious tone as earnings season began. Validations were questioned and some profit taking finally showed up. Canada, TSX was a standout performing, holding up relatively well and hovering near record levels. Financials continued to provide stability, while the index benefited from its heavier weighting towards value sectors and lower exposure to the volatility seen in some U.S. growth stocks. Takeaway, Canada wasn't exciting, but in a week where investors became more selective, boring looked pretty good. United States, the S&P 500 slipped about 1% from last Friday's close after briefly hitting highs midweek before pulling back. Investors began focusing on earnings quality rather than simply buying the market. Strong results were rewarded, but expectations have risen and the margin for disappointment is shrinking. Headline driver, the market is transitioning from multiple expansion to earnings validation. Europe, the Euro Stock 50 also struggled, extending last week's weakness as investors continued to take profits after a very strong first half of the year. Cyclical sectors lost momentum and Europe moved from market leader to consolidation mode. Takeaway, Europe isn't breaking down, but the easy money from the spring rally has likely been made. Oil rebounded up $10 from 71 to 81 during the week as traders balanced adequate supply with the still solid economic backdrop. Gold lost some ground, down 2% despite weaker equities, suggesting investors weren't seeking traditional safe havens and were instead reducing positions broadly or responding to higher real yields and a firmer US dollar. Looking ahead, what mattered this week wasn't the decline itself, it was the change in character. For the first time in several weeks, investors stopped buying everything and started asking harder questions. Positioning, stay selective. Earnings season is here, and from this point forward, good stories will need good numbers. That's your market in a minute. So stay bullish, stay curious, and watch for stampedes.